Wow, what an amazing story. What an amazing story I'm hearing at this time. Okay. And I'm sure a lot of Queen Naomi fans are going to really relish this news that is coming out right now. Okay. What we are hearing allegedly at this moment is that Ooni of Ife has shocked Ifa wives as he appoints Queen Naomi to represent him in faraway Rio De Janeiro in Brazil. This is coming in the wake of outcry that greeted the 30 million naira support, for Queen Naomi's children fanfare. Not just that, the outcry also, happened when the mineral prospecting Chinese partnership was also arranged or brokered by KBC the last time he traveled to China. That's not, but that's apart from that, there was also the truckload of items, for the fanfare. And right now, there's this ongoing renovation of the royal mansion. So all these things are things that have already put Queen Naomi, on the spotlight. With the so-called Ifa wife, because like the envy, the jealousy, everything is just on the very, very high level. But the thing is, you cannot stop our dear KBC from doing what he wants to do because he is the Onirisha and he's the spiritual leader of the Yorubas. So within his capacity, he decides, who should represent him in whatever location, he chooses. So in this very instance now, we are told that Queen Naomi, has been selected by KBC to represent him in faraway Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Yes, 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 yes. You heard me very well. Okay. So this is becoming this is coming as a shock to the so-called Ifa wives because some of them had been eyeing this trip. But Kabiesi being a very wise and strategic man, I always tell you guys that look, if there's one person or one Oni that is very, very strategic and focused, that person has to be our dear own Kabiesi. Okay, so like I said, Kabiesi being a very wise and strategic man, pit Queen Naomi against all odds because of his trust, you know, in her abilities. There's what you call trust in everything you do. This man has seen, the qualities inherent in Queen Naomi, her capacity to deliver in such, occasion. That is why this is happening, So I'm very glad that this decision was made by KBC right now. Now, the choice of Queen Naomi, is a well calculated one following her iconic performance back in the year 2019, where she delivered a very inspiring and thought provoking speech at that time. For those of you who may not know this, in 2019, yeah, precisely, I can't remember the month now, but I'm very, very sure that it was 2019, that this similar invitation was extended to the palace of Ooni of Ife. And at that time, our dear Queen Naomi, showed capacity because she represented the palace so very well, to the admiration of everyone that was in that parliament at that time. Okay. So her very confident and smart delivery, plus her overall meek but humble demeanor, had won hearts and soul of those in the parliament at that time, as they kept interrupting with intermittent applause here and there. For those of you who have been privileged to watch those videos or that video, you will agree with me that, those people that were in the parliament that day actually enjoyed everything that was coming out from Queen Naomi's mouth that day because the applause was just coming intermittently, and everybody, you could feel the vibe and the happiness among those who were in that parliament that day. And in fact, each time I watch that video, I kind of have feel some goosebumps because I never knew that Queen Naomi had that level of confidence to be standing in a parliament in faraway Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, not even your country, and you are there. You're not even having stage fright. You are composed. You are simple. You are. Queen Naomi is something else. She's something else. Okay. So her handling of the topic African heritage and peace could not have been better handled by any other person. And I mean what I'm saying. I'm not just saying this because Queen Naomi is my person. No, In fact, if you watch this video, when they say, when in law they say res ipsa loquitur, that's exactly what you will find. I mean, the facts will speak for itself when you watch that video. Okay. So for those of you who may not fully understand the gist here, okay, she made a performance right inside Rio de Janeiro parliament. Okay. And like I said, that is in far away Brazil. What an intelligent and confident woman she is. Okay. You recall that 2019, if you minus 2019 to now is roughly about 5 years ago. So when you remove 5 years from her current age now, you will begin to imagine how young she was at that time. To have been able to muster that level of high caliber confidence, okay, to do what she did at that time. So I'm very glad that because of her performance at that time, she's now the one, going to represent Kabiyesi once again. Okay, you know, she's also speaking on a similar topic, as we are made to understand, hence her choice is pregnant, at this time. Moreover, from what we gathered, the impact she made then in 2019, has made the people of Rio de Janeiro, also call for her return. You don't forget that these people have been following her, even during the time that they were having this back and forth challenges. I mean, the challenge between the husband and wife, they kept on keeping faith with them. And I'm not surprised that they have, requested that she returns back once again. I know some of us here might be wondering why Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and some of you may be asking, what's the connection? I mean, you are not out of point if you have these questions troubling your mind. Okay, so let me say here that Brazil is one of those countries that has a lot of Yorubas, courtesy of the infamous slave trade era. Yes, so many West Africans, especially Yorubas, were shipped to a place called Bahia as slaves. Probably, if my memory serves me right, probably in the 1940s, and then resold south to Rio de Janeiro, where they met, became lovers, some of them bought their freedom, some of them got married, and some of them got divorced. They kind of intermingled, and before you know it, we had a galaxy of the Yoruba race, scattered all over Rio de Janeiro. And as I speak to you today, the population of the Yorubas in that place is very, very huge. Okay. So over the years, the Yorubas in Brazil have grown exponentially such that the Yoruba language is now recognized nationally. Yes, you heard me well. This is to tell you the impact of the impact of the Yorubas in that country. For your language to be recognized nationally, it's not a mean it's not a mean feat. It's a big one. Okay, so that is how important and strategic the Yoruba people in Brazil are. So the huge presence of Yorubas here is the reason why Yoruba has become one of Brazil's official language, while African history is now added to the school curriculum in Brazil. Yes, you heard me well. Yorubas here are staunch worshippers of Ifa divination, just like you have them in Nigeria, Ile-Ife. They also believe in Orisha, another Yoruba traditional worship system. You need to go to some parts of Brazil. You will be amazed, at how how they worship, some of these things. You will be wondering how does this happen? Everything we do in Yoruba land when it comes to this ancestral worship or the Orishas, the Oromiland, everything, they do them over there and very well. Okay. So this strong presence is the reason why the spiritual leader of the Yorubas worldwide is constantly in touch with them. I'm talking of our dear Kabiyesi now. He's the spiritual leader of the Yorubas worldwide. So consequently, you would expect that he will always be in touch with Yorubas wherever they are. And that is why you find that there's this close affinity between Nigeria Yorubas, and the Yorubas in Brazil. And on several occasions, the Ooni of Ife himself has visited there. Queen Naomi has done that, and that is why she's going back there once again. So, for the lovers of Queen Naomi, I want to say, well, let's pray for her so that she's going to have. So that she will have a very resounding performance like she had in 2019. And for those Olories that are abusing, envying her, talking, they need to go and watch the video of her performance in 2019. If they do that, they will know that the right person to go back to that place is our dear Queen Naomi. So I'm going to leave this story here, but I'm so happy that this is coming out. For those of you who are listening to the sound of my voice at this time, for those of you who always share, those of you who always support this channel, I want to say thank you. Okay, so please leave your comment, in the comment section. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.